You might have to catch a plane for this. You gon' have to say my name for this.
What is the deal, beautiful people? My name is Ramon. Welcome to Lifestyles Defined Photo. And on this channel, we talk about one of our favorite passions, photography. This particular video is an AMA. And if you're new here, you're not sure how this works, you ask your question in the comment section down below and we answer it in upcoming videos. Today's question from viewer jeniferdesign, and she says, I love my A6000, which I use for street photography, well, street and food photography, but all of my lenses are for my Nikon D610, which I'm using less. I'm using the A6000 more and more these days with only the 16 to 50 millimeter kit lens, which is best. Should I buy a Nikon F to Sony E adapter or invest in dedicated Sony lenses for the A6000? Thank you. Oh, wow. This is a more common question. I feel like anyone that buys a mirrorless camera, when you first find out the possibility of an adapter, it just blows your mind. First of all, I agree with you. You got to get off that kit lens. The A6000 is a beast of a camera, and you never really realize how beastly that camera really is until you get some better glass on it. I'm telling you, the A6000, when you match it with some killer glass, is, yeah, it can outshoot a lot of newer cameras. So your question here, the Nikon D610, if I remember correctly, that's a full frame. That's a full frame camera. So your lenses, I'm assuming, will be full frame. I did a little bit of research out to see what exists out there. This is a good time to pose this question. For the last 2 or 3 years, there were no good Nikon F to Sony E mount adapters. They all sucked. I guess it picked up in the last year or so. Matt Granger did a really good video. He actually found 3 of these adapters and he's had very good success with them. He rated them pretty high, and according to his video, which I'll link in the description for you, you should definitely check that out and continue your research there. According to him, the Nikon glass is particularly difficult to reverse engineer. So there's actually only one company making these adapters. I thought that was interesting. So there's a few different companies selling them, but there's one company that's making it and then selling it out to other people. So the internals of all these adapters are actually the same. From what I saw in his video, it was sort of par of the course for adapters in the mirrorless world. There are some mainstay caveats that you should know about. One, when you're using an adapter, you lose about a stop to a stop and a half of light. Now, if we were talking about an A7, this is not a big deal because it's a full frame camera and you've got ISO performance for days. The A6000 is a little bit of an older camera, and the ISO performance, while still great, can sort of show its face. So that stop of light when you're adapting glass can be an issue, and it's something to watch out for. The autofocus when adapting glass is often not as good as native lens, so there's something to know about. In your street photography, I wouldn't say autofocus is that big of a deal. I mean, for street photographer, you should be shooting at maybe f8 to f12, and your autofocus becomes less of an important thing there, so I wouldn't worry about it there. So yes, the adapter is a good solution here. I don't know, I feel like you definitely need to do some more research on a particular adapter, but I think it's a good place to start. And yes, there's always that you know, that thought in the back of your mind that nothing will ever be good as native glass. But before you go and invest, I say it's okay to spend the $200-300 on the adapter to use your own lens that you're comfortable with and see if you can achieve your goals. And if you can't, okay, then you go out and you spend your $600-700 and then you get, you know, the lens and the focal length that you want to go through in the native glass. But I think in this particular case, based on what I saw from Matt's review, I think you're in a good place with this situation from the Nikon F to the E mount. But as always, I want to hear what the rest of the community has to say. What would be your recommendation? Leave it in the comment section down below. We can help Jennifer out here. Jennifer, thank you so much for your question. I hope you liked the video. For everyone else, like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. We have plenty more content coming. And don't forget to check out the link in the description below. You'll find links to all of our other YouTube channels. We got a tech, a sneaker, a gaming channel. It's all there. My name is Ramon, and I'm out of here. Peace. But wait, before we get out of here and that outro rolls, I want to introduce to you the Lifestyles Defined merch store. And you can access that on the website off to the right. There's a link that'll take you right into there. So how this came about is we get a lot of messages from you guys. You want to support, you want to know how to support. And it never really felt right to just straight up take your money, as crazy as that sounds. So what we did here was we went and got a bunch of designs and we put them on shirts, hoodies, and everything else. And now we feel better because when you support us, you get something tangible. You get a piece of the community. And I think this is the way it should be. So I'm very excited about that. And I would love for you guys to head over to the website, check it out, leave a comment below, let us know how you dig into designs. And of course, thank you. Well, I guess, and the reason we started Lifestyles Defined is because if we weren't on camera arguing about these things, the technologies, the phones, the iPhones, the Androids, the cameras, the games, we'd be on the phone arguing about it. We'd be in each other's houses arguing about it. So why not just put it in front of a camera for everyone to enjoy it the way we do? That's what Lifestyles Defined is all about. We just